I arrived in Mexico City about a week ago to begin my digital nomad journey. This city has been recommended a lot by other digital nomads, and after spending time here, I can confidently say that the reviews were 100% spot on. I mean, this city has a charm to it. It's a fine mix of original culture, great food, friendly people, and modern architecture. What's not to love about it? I mean, if you're in the situation that I was a few years ago, where you're thinking, how exactly do I become a digital nomad and travel the world? Well, in this video, I will be sharing with you the same roadmap that I used. It's gonna help you answer all of the burning questions that I had and what to do about them moving forward. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so if you want to become a digital nomad, you need to first decide if the lifestyle is for you. A lot of people like flexibility in their lifestyle. A lot of people love to have a routine. They love to wake up in the morning, go to a particular gym. They love to shop at a specific grocery store. But in order to travel full time, you need to understand that you will not be sleeping in your bed a lot. You will be sleeping out of Airbnbs and hostels and sometimes, hotels. But you need to decide if it's for you. For me, I picked up the Junior World Encyclopedia, I believe, when I was 10 years old. And as I was flipping through the pages of the world maps and atlases, I decided that I knew basically that I wanted to travel because all of these things just fascinated me. And every day when I wake up, I cannot get the idea of travel out of my head. So for me, I didn't really care about owning things or being rooted in a particular place or, having a specific routine when I wake up or shopping at certain places. I just knew that I wanted to travel. So this lifestyle is very easy for me. And even though I'm just getting started, I'm already loving it. So you need to decide if you want to become a digital nomad. And that is the first step to actually being one. So the next thing you want to do is to pick up a skill, something that can allow you to travel. And I always say you need to learn a digital skill. At this point, a lot of people want to travel. They want to see the world. They want to just follow their dreams and do this thing. But the one thing that keeps a lot of people back is the thought of, how do I sustain this lifestyle? How do I make money while I'm on the road? Yeah, that is a very valid thing to think about, because when you think about the prices, securing plane tickets and Airbnbs and hostels and all of these things, it's very important because you can get stressed a lot if you don't have money where you currently reside right now. How much more of a stress you go through when you are in a foreign country where you don't know anyone and you don't have any money. So that can be really stressful for a lot of people to think about. But one thing I need you to understand is that if you want to live this lifestyle, you need to, imagine or think about the different things that you have to do to achieve it, because it's not just going to come to you. You have to go out of your way to, to get the lifestyle that you want. So you pick up a digital skill. For me, I was able to, learn Facebook ads, which is what I currently do, but it's not something that I consciously, decided that I wanted to learn. So a couple years ago, when I was trying to start my own e-commerce store, I would, run ads on Facebook, and I wasted a ton of money. I lost money a lot trying to do Facebook ads. But while I was wasting money, I didn't know that I was picking up a genuine skill that will be useful in a couple years to come. So now that every company is trying to get online, they're trying to market and advertise the products to, millions of people that they have access to over the internet, having a skill like digital advertising has become a very valuable skill that companies are looking for. So right now I have a contract with a company that I work for full time, and I also have a lot of other freelance gigs as well. So these are the things that I do on the side. Now this company is based in the United States, so I earn in dollars and I'm able to spend in the local currency, which most of the time is a weaker currency. So that is a very huge advantage, and I also have clients that I do this for on the side as well. So you need to look inwards. Do you have a skill right now that you can monetize? Maybe you know how to write. Maybe you can just look at online and see if you can write blog posts or social media posts for companies that are needing this. I know there's a ton of company. If you look on LinkedIn right now, or if you sign up on Indeed, you'll be getting a ton of alerts on companies needing these services: writing, blogging, social media management. These are some of the things that you can pick up in order to make money while on the road. I know a lot of digital nomads who do this, in some of the Facebook groups that I'm in fact, I was just hanging out with someone the other day who, what she does is just write a couple blog posts a week, and she's able to sustain a lifetime of full-time travel. Although I'm not traveling full-time right now because I still have to work, but I hope that at some point I'm able to save up enough money or have a lot of things going for me on the side in order for me to be able to travel full-time. Even though right now I love the idea of just traveling slowly and spending months or 2 months in a different locations at a time, but at the end of the day, if you want to travel, whether you want to travel constantly or maybe you want to spend months at a time in a different location, you need to pick up a skill or look inwards and look at things that you can do and try to see if you can monetize that online, because honestly that is the only way to sustain a lifestyle of full-time travel or part-time travel or whatever you want to do in the future. So the one thing you want to do is to learn a skill that enables you to earn money while you are on the road. So if you watched this video so far, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I just wanted you to know very quickly that I have an email newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for that, I'll leave a link down in the description. I send out emails about once or twice a week just to, keep in touch with you and connect with you on a more personal level. We have about 2,400 people right now in the email newsletter. So if you want to be a part of this huge community that we're building, make sure you sign up for my email newsletter in the description below. I promise I'm not going to spam you. I always respond back to my email, so I always encourage people to reach out to me, send me an email, and if you get an email from me, you can always hit reply, and I always make sure to respond to my emails at least within 24 hours. So make sure you go sign up to that. Now that you picked up a skill, you want to make sure you can get paid for it. You don't want to hope and have faith that you get paid. You want to make sure that you have done a few projects. Some projects you might even do for free or maybe charge very little before you leave your country of residence. When you get on the road, Airbnbs and plane tickets and upkeep generally can add up pretty fast, even though the countries you may be going to may have a weaker currency. But if you don't have enough money, you run out of money pretty fast. So the best way to do it is to just take on a few projects, maybe for friends, family, or maybe personal projects, but you want to make sure that you're making money from it before you leave wherever you are right now. So the best way to get paid while you're on the road is through PayPal. I get paid through PayPal a lot for some of the affiliate products that I partner with and some of the projects that I do. In fact, PayPal is the most common way to get paid on the road. But if you have a job, like a real remote job, then you want to make sure that you have your bank account, your debit card, your credit card, everything set up before you leave, because that's going to be one way to access your funds and to spend money. I have a US bank account, and my bank account, my debit card, my credit card, everything works fantastically where I'm right now. All I have to do is tap or just insert my card and everything is good. Also, before you leave, you want to make sure you call your bank and make sure you tell them that you will be on the road. You will be in certain places at certain times, so your bank knows to allow your card or to give you the freedom that you need with your card so that you can spend money and not get stranded. So before you leave where you are, make sure you can get paid and make sure you can access your funds if you already have them. So now that you've decided that you want to become a digital nomad, you need to pick a destination. Now this is dependent on several factors. For me, it was dependent on what country issued my passport and how do I want to travel. Do I want to travel slowly, or do I want to go rapidly from country to country? And what are the current needs of your current job? Do you have a job where you have to, be on calls and meetings every single day? Now, these are things that I had to consider. And one is my passport. Now, I don't have access to a lot of countries visa-free, like say if you're from the United States, like you have access to. You have a lot of countries you can go to if your passport is issued by the United States. I think about 170 countries of them that you can go to visa-free. But for someone like me who isn't an American citizen, my passport is issued by Nigeria, and there's only a handful of countries that I can go to. So I had to pick a country where I didn't have to secure a visa to start with. That way I'm not overwhelmed by the whole idea of having to secure a visa and having to provide documents and a lot of these things that embassies ask for. So that is one thing I considered. Another thing is the nature of my current projects. Now, the nature of my work, I have to attend clients, I have to speak with clients, I have to be on Zoom calls with them pretty much several times a week. So I need a country that is on the East Coast that I can at least have a time zone that aligns deadlines with my clients, so that way I'm not about 10 hours ahead or 10 hours behind, and I'm struggling to, to find a balance between, traveling and enjoying the place that I am right now and, having to serve my clients. I don't want anything to suffer. So that's something I consider. Now that I'm in Mexico City, I'm still in Central Time, which means I can still conduct business within the day, and everything has been good. Everything has been really good, but that's not to say that you cannot travel to a country like Southeast Asia, where sometimes you might be 10 hours ahead, but you just have to, really plan and, make sure that you're able to, have your schedule or have your daily life plan in such a way that it doesn't affect your work. So one other thing I had to consider was that I wanted to spend time in the destinations that I wanted to visit. Mexico City has always been a place I wanted to come to, so spending time here, at least a month or two at a time, was something that just came naturally to me. So I'm loving Mexico City right now. I'm gonna be here for at least a month or maybe 2 months. We'll see what happens, but right now it just feels like the easiest country for me to get into, plus all the modern architecture and the culture and the food and several things that I've read online that just drew me to Mexico City. So that is one of the reasons that I consider. So you need to find your own reason to pick a destination. If you want to start slow, or maybe you don't have a lot of money saved and you want to go to a country where your dollar or your currency can go very far, so you need to consider that as well. So these are some of the things that I feel like you need to put in place. I believe is the roadmap to become a digital nomad. At least the things that I've done over the past 3 years that allowed me to be in this current situation that I am right now. So I hope that this video has helped you, and if it has, make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what stage of your digital nomad journey you are right now. If you started years before me, I want to connect with you, and if you haven't started yet, make sure to subscribe to this channel, because I'll be sharing a lot of things about becoming a digital nomad. Also, don't forget, my email newsletter is now open to subscribe to, so make sure you go do that right now. Link is in the description. Also, I have some links in the description to the insurance that I use, the visa company that if you have visa issues, so you just want more information generally on how to secure visas to certain countries, I have links to everything in the description. This is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have, make sure to subscribe. My name is Daniel, and I will see you in the next one.